And if you have protection, Ixia is such an easy hero to play, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Because you have the Akai, you have Rafaela, you have so much protection on the side of Blacklist International. The peel is enough to make sure that Ixia will have a good time.
Not to mention, TNC is going to have to keep watching their backs because Paquito's going to be there and Haji's on the Valentina, so it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, let's now see crazy. It's game number 2. It's match point for Blacklist International versus TNC. Let's see how they rise from this. We're looking at a way to get those points in, but looking at the pokes and the pressure, we see Edwin and Renny J up on top and Bentings and Hesu. So gaining control early on, I think Blacklist, with the rotation that TNC has right now, they're doing double time on how to block those visions.
Yeah, that's very, very important right now. And what TNC knows is important
Edward.
as well is Edward.
Edward.
They need to deal with this guy early on. Before he activates on level 4, before he has his full combo, give this guy a hard time. And TNC is doing exactly what they need to do.
There's so much QCs or quantum charges in TNC right now.
Oh, yeah.
And completely answering to the mobility and the follow-up with Bentings and Mathilda, I think they just don't want to miss any second to just go up with a great start against Blacklist International.
That's true. I also want to bring that up. Man, Quantum Charge still untouched in the patch. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone still loves it.
Yep. QC.
QC.
It's QC.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it's a good way.
if you recall the index that we saw, why was it that the support utility is far better for the side of TNC compared to the side of Blacklist, even when it's like they have the Matilda or the Rafaela, I mean. It's mainly because of the Faramis. And the benefit of the Faramis is you don't have the heal, but you have a lot of ways to support your teammates. The Nether Realm is such a good spell to have, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
That's the reason why the support utility is overwhelmingly good for side of TNC. But that doesn't mean that they have an easier time in this game. The presence of the Ixia will melt through the Nether Realm if used properly.
Yes, it will melt through them all the time. I've seen it happen so many times. And,
And you're on the giving end, right?
Yes, I'm on the
Yeah.
giving end. It's very conditional to keep everyone there. You need to have such good teammates. That's all I'm going to say. You need excellent execution, maximum CC, and something to make sure that you're safe. Matilda's actually great, but the problem is TNC has that. So maybe they're...
Right
God.
away!
Straight up.
Haji's the first one to go, and TNC finally getting a first blood.
Wow.
Yeah.
They didn't even make us wait.
It just popped out on the screen, somebody just fall down.
That's true. So much action can be expected from this lineup, and TNC knows they have to maximize that as well.
Yep, and this is mainly because of King Kong. And the fact that this is the Martis that is getting important kills. That is actually part of the win condition of the Martis. So you definitely need that.
Well, speaking of winning condition, Haji used the flicker. That's a resource early on. This was taken out by TNC. With this early rotation start that they have with Matilda, they just have a way to just keep on pressuring Haji and even Renny J because they know it's an all-in composition. This is a no-go. It's just a full healing strategy with no going home
That's
composition. So they just keep on going with the team fights, especially with this kinds of delays. But looks like Edward has coverage the back line, but we got caught though.
He's getting focused so hard, but the healing is just so good from Renegade, not to mention Haji also has the Nether Realm copied out. So that's some ultimates burned out from a lot of members here from both teams. But positioning-wise, it looks like TNC is going to have the say on this first turtle.
Yep. Good usage of the Nether Realm. You can see the strength already. They got 2 kills. And again, early game for TNC. Will they close out this time?
They're looking good as usual. TNC known for their signature early game at this point. So easy for them to just control early game no matter what heroes they pick. And that's where they have confidence, right? In the pre-5-minute mark, pre-10-minute mark.
Okay, speaking of great control and start, I think Blacklist is looking for a way to even delay the goal lane progress. As you can see, we're looking at a 3-man rotation. Benting spots them. And this is just the strength of Sensui being on level 6. They just can freely rotate around and use that heavy spin. This is just a completely a thing to put in mind, that the threat of the heavy spin
nice zone from
could actually be a great way to zone out, even to force out resources from TNC. And that was the thing that they needed to address. How do you hold the lead and just keep on answering to BLACKLIST International's way of rotating against you?
Ooh, look at that. Haji saw him. There it goes, and there's Sensui. Bit of a miscommunication there, but it works anyway. And there's the first kill for BLACKLIST. Normally, you'd want to hold the target straight to a wall, but Sensui pushed behind Oheb for some reason. Oh, Renegade, though, forced to burn the flicker. Everyone's just ganging up on him. That's 3-1. Haji can't really do much since his cooldowns are still down. His ultimate's still on cooldown, right? Oh, what did I say there?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, Edward, though, trying to make something happen.
1-2 punch. Hesu on half HP to go back on that skirmish to just completely sustain. And as well as King Kong and Goyo. So to look back on how Black International maintained that way of holding those kinds of team fights, I think this is just early game that we see in their items. Because as we completely tell on what the direction of Hesu is doing right now, just gaining, look at that, just flying in the turret on BLACKLIST.
And of course, it's still 4 members of TNC. They can dive onto this any time of the week, though. So that's going to be 2 for none here in favor of TNC.
Wow, still. Wolf, the Phoenix is having a great start.
Of course, TNC taking advantage of the strength of the Matilda. And for anyone who, up until this point, still thinks that Matilda is not a strong hero, there it is.
Watch.
No.
Just watch.
It's the season of Matilda right now.
100%. Especially with everything that happened on Project Next, man. It's just expected right now. And BLACKLIST are suffering because of it. Sui being zoned out so much. What happened there? He just disengaged, right? No one pushed him off. Okay. It looked like someone pushed him for some reason.
That's the string of the circling eagle.
Yeah, the circling eagle.
Have you guys ever tried it, though? Have you ever, like, the circling eagle?
I haven't personally used Matilda yet.
It's ridiculous.
I've been on Iksha only.
It's literally being... Well, good on ya. It's literally a flying grok.
Flying
A
grok.
flying oil charge.
See?
See? There you go.
Imagine that, man. An unstoppable wild charge. And you don't need a perfect hook landing, because if we know Benting's here, it's mostly on the Francos, landing all the right hooks. But with this, just be in the right position and activate everything just like this. They spotted out too.
He's walking in on the bush, and it looks like there's no problem here again for BLACKLIST to keep doing this, at least for the meantime. Although right now it's going to be still a very aggressive TNC. We have him flying all around. What the heck just happened there?
Bro, the distance!
That was insane.
That was insane.
Not expressway, not even a skyway.
That's not an airline. That's like more of a... It's like a theme park.
It really is.
Roller coaster, you know?
Oh, man. That was exactly what you expect here from players like Renegade. But at the same time, it's BLACKLIST just suffering right now. Full Barrage is to clear out this minion wave. Can't really stand there for too long because Innocent will have you pinned down. That's going to be it for the meantime. TNC 2.2k goal lead, Wolf.
Yep. And King Kong with 2, 0, and 3. Very active with the Martis. Again, I think that this is not the first time we see actually King Kong. Remember when he played in Season 11, and everybody, I personally was surprised about his performance because he is very active in the map, and him playing the Martis and playing this way just gives so much for TNC, right? So this is the King Kong kind of play, you know, King Kong style of play.
That's true, and it's giving BLACKLIST a hell of a time.
Yeah, speaking of giving a hell of a time, if you look on the focus on the bottom lane, we see a showdown: Edward versus Hesu, the Punches versus the Kaiju of MLBB. It's just completely BLACKLIST getting control of the EXP lane. They just need to want to have a great coverage here on the turtle, but so far it's just TNC looking for a way to turn things around from BLACKLIST.
Sensui tanky enough to sustain this damage from Hesu and Benfings while King Kong's working on Bad Turtle. No way! Not again! He keeps doing it!
Sensui instincts.
Retry baby one more time.
All on his own, and thank you for that.
Sensui.
See, Francis, you make good jokes.
It's gold.
It's always delivery, man.
Yeah.
That's a great fact. I learned it from a wise person.
That's 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Could have been 10 out of 10 if the delivery was good.
Oh,
But it was good.
Emphasize, emphasize certain parts. Anyway,
okay. Point taken, noted. But this is the start of how Blacklist did in game number 1.
yeah, it wasn't the Lord, but it will be enough to get Blacklist some momentum. That shielding can kind of give him some confidence maybe to go for these fights.
Unbelievable, actually. Like
Wolf is still in disbelief.
this is why we love esports. This is why we love Mobile Legends. Because there's always that factor where a comeback can be good. You can play correctly, but if there's a retry steal, game's totally different.
Oh, they caught Sensui from that Shadow Stampede.
Oh,
What a
nice,
stun from
Bad
Renjay.
things.
nice stun from Renegade, man. Wow, and Blacklist, they want to go for something here. But of course, with Sensui low, they don't want to risk it. Sensui's basically their only front line.
Yeah.
So they don't want to go for it if that guy is low.
Well done, coming out from Renjay, actually.
Wow. And in just few seconds, the lead is now shortening out 300. Blacklist doing their own homework.
Oh,
And
boy.
aggressive
Oh,
Ben
boy.
thinks, and
Man.
he just completely backed out.
All right. I thought he was going to go for it. That was risky. Now,
So what is the complete struggle here? Early game at TNC, we're looking at their great start, and it's still the same thing. How would you even hold? We're looking at a tug of war that they needed to address, but Edward, you're going to be the target by
Everyone's
2 from
shouting.
TNC.
they were shouting. They knew something was going to happen, but yeah, of course, Agent Zero just going to shake that off.
Yeah. Honestly, that was a pretty ambitious ambitious goal
Yeah.
for the side of Hesse and Ben Things.
Nice collapse, though.
Yeah, nice collapse, but I mean, between like Faramis and Matilda, sure, that will not be enough.
That's true. Will it be enough for Sensui, though, who seemed to be suffering from the damage coming in from the TNC members? King Kong wasn't even part of that yet. But look at the bottom lane as well. Agent Zero.
Oh my god.
Sneaky.
Legend Zero doing the work down bottom with the clears. TNC's not minding any wave pushes from Blacklist International. There's 3 turrets still left at the bottom side of the map for Blacklist, and this is the complete problems being shown on the table. Number 1, how do you deal with wave clear that Edward did? And you have a Lord here to contest with Blacklist International.
All right.
Whew, so many problems right here for TNC.
So Oheb just needs to get in a good position, wait for TNC to group up, and then throw the full barrage. Waiting for it. That should have been it. But no, they know that they still have the Nether Realm.
Watch out,
so
Haji.
They don't want to risk it. Haji's so far on the left.
What's the gameplay now of the
Oh.
code? Oh,
He
has to
come.
spots one.
Oh, Edward. He's going to be taken out. Oh, no.
Oh, look
nice
at-
try there,
Oh,
Renegade!
he's down.
Oh, boy. NetherRealm already used it by TNC. What's it going to be, though? 4v5. There goes the full
Hesu!
barrage. You can't really cancel that out. Nice try from Hesu. But you can't cancel out the full barrage, man. You just can't. And now they're suffering for it. Flicker's being used up. Ultimates as well. Everyone's going on a heyday. Here comes Bendings. There goes that Grok-like Matilda. Just disengaging for Blacklist, or TNC rather.
Oh, Renegade, the first one to go. And TNC with the initiation of Hesu and the hold of Hesu using the Onward and Earth Shatter totally bought time. And Ben thinks with a hold in the mid lane turret, their defense is still standing. Whew, but Blacklist International, there's a miss position. They're out of Renegade.
Yep. And you can see Sensui maybe about 10 seconds away, or what, maybe 15 seconds away from the heavy spin. They might go for another re-engage now. Renjay does have the ultimate again. I think that they will try to fight this time.
All ults are up, and everyone's healthy. Will this be it? Bottom lane, they're trying to defend, so Innocent's not in a position to do this. I wonder if Blacklist knows that.
Yeah. And just by looking at the damage
they will know it right now.
Oh, someone got spotted, Ben thinks.
Jesus there. They can go for the
Jesus
suplex
there.
play.
Hesu down
need a
bottom.
camera on
Edward,
there,
Edward.
bud.
Camera there.
The Lord is going to be the one that they're going to fight
Edward!
against. King Kong's tried really, really hard, pushing him back. That's Blacklist with the Lord. Edward with the sacrifice play to pull 2 people from TNC down bottom.
Totally worthy of a trade, but TNC is answering more of the Blacklist is trying to reap right now in mid-game, and slowly they're gaining more on the gold as well.
Woo. Gonna be the wind of nature picked up by Innocent, who's walking in front of the members of Blacklist, but he was actually saved by Bentings. As easy as that.
Oh, risky. still gonna be there. Again, they have enough firepower to deal with this Lord right now. So no problem for TNC. Sensui though trying to make something happen. See if he has the heavy spin ready. Does not have it yet.
Okay, it's just pressure onto TNC. BLACKLIST is just doing a lot of cover from their own camp. This is one way of just depleting what TNC Oh, heavy
Whoa!
spin. Right onto the turret, Rockhard.
Going for Goyo. There's no Netherrealm used. Oh, that is big. That is big right now. Oh, there it is. There, this is exactly what we were talking about. Where is the TNC we saw in before the 10-minute mark?
Man,
They're falling apart, man.
they're falling apart. It's like a reverse Omega timers.
Reverse Omega timers.
It's a TNC timers. They need to fix this. We are already in the midterms of MPL.
Yeah.
And if they, whatever the result will be of this match that they have, they really clearly have to correct that part of their gameplay. Because that is what really looked to be the bad, or looked to be the problem for TNC. It's the way they finish.
Yeah.
Great start all the time.
Yeah, speaking of great starts, you'd have great endings. Did he got it?
He got it.
Oh,
He got it.
Sensui, man.
Oh my goodness.
In his debut back in Season
Oh
10,
my.
he's been doing the same thing, and that is mastery, consistency, commending how he just keeps on doing it with a stolen purple against TNC.
I think he has a record of retributions as well. So
There should be.
yeah, there should be like a record where I think he got the most retries out of it. So interestingly enough, this Sensui in his form just can't talk enough about this kid.
Yeah. And with this, the problem right now is TNC is completely struggling. How will they even get a takedown from BLACKLIST International? Is the damage department now activated for TNC this time around, Wolf? Because so far, it's just Renegade is not. It's keeping everybody from going home with a heal.
The damage is there for one hero at a time. AoE, definitely not. Because this is the weakness of the carry. They're strong in the late game, 1v1. But when you talk about like a team fight kind of perspective, it's not going to be enough. Especially because you have Oheb with the barrage. And as Rockhard said, it will not be cancelled. It will be stopped for a bit. Like if you stun up the Ixia,
Yeah, he can't attack.
He can't attack, but come on, you're not stopping the barrage.
That's true.
It's a conical real-world manipulation.
There's also a question I haven't seen yet, an interaction where if you get Netherrealm while using full barrage, will it get deactivated once you get stunned by the mini stun when Netherrealm
You
runs
should
out?
be. You should be.
Yeah.
That's something I want to see later.
Let's try that, Rockhard.
Even because I tried, like even when you have the Diggy, it does not stop the Netherrealm stun.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, all right.
You know what's not stopping BLACKLIST International? Edwards just pushing up top, and Hesui just holding him in. Look at the control of the TNC and BLACKLIST has right now. Are they even willing to leave the base open for Edward, or will they contest this Lord?
They're split right now, and then there's just no other way around it.
Yeah, as Wolf mentioned, AoE needs a little bit more time to even pop up for BLACKLIST, and they're really contesting this one against TNC.
Oh, Innocent already popped the ultimate, and BLACKLIST, they know it. Now it's a 5-man. They're back on Ube form here, baby. And right now, Edward have the on the side. There goes another
Netherrealm.
Oh my goodness, but Goyo, I don't think it's gonna be enough. Oheb just waiting in the wings there. with the
Barrage!
and that's gonna be him going down. It's 4v5 again.
Ready,
and here we go. Will it be clutch? King Kong does it. He gets a clutch and he gets a kill on the Renegade as well.
Finally, an objective secured,
Oh!
but keeps on happening. Barrage hitting down. Sensui takes the fall. Innocent gets the kill, and TNC's going forward. They've gone mad. They activated Innocent with a double, taking down Haji, and from there, that's a 3-man down for BLACKLIST International. Is this the thing? Is this the silver lining of TNC right now, Wolf?
100%. What a play coming out from the TNC. They stole the Lord, and then Hesu reserved his flicker. So he's able to catch up on one more member. That was actually Sensui that they took out. Fortunately for BLACKLIST, they still have Oheb. And there's the clear out.
And they
There
defend.
it is. Oh my goodness, the damage is real, but again, it's going to be still very, very safe for TNC to
Hesu.
do this. They have the Netherrealm, and they're using it very, very well from Goyo.
The Lord.
And there it goes. Lord's also present, which means
Innocent.
damage is going to come in, and that's going to be a 1-1. We got a game number 3 for the day.
And that winning moment is brought to you by our official sponsor, FWD Rise Insurance. The Phoenix finally got a point against Blacklist International. And for the first time of the day in the third series, we're heading to game number 3.
It has been a long time since they won a game.